Once upon a time, in a kingdom surrounded by deep forests and shining silver lakes, there lived a young prince named Siegfried. He was brave, kind-hearted, and beloved by all his people. Yet, despite the luxury of palace life, something was missing from his heart. He longed for true love, not a marriage arranged for power or wealth, not a royal bargain between kingdoms. He dreamed of a love pure enough to change fate itself. On the eve of his 21st birthday, the royal castle blazed with golden torchlight. Musicians played joyful melodies while nobles danced beneath sparkling chandeliers. At the center of the grand hall sat Queen Helena, proud yet stern, watching her son carefully. Raising her jeweled goblet, she announced before the court, "My son, in 7 days a royal ball shall be held. Princesses and noble maidens from every kingdom will come. From them you must choose your bride." The hall erupted in applause, but Siegfried's heart grew heavy. How could love be chosen in a single evening? That night, unable to bear the noise of the castle, Siegfried rode alone into the dark forest with only his bow and horse beside him. The moon hung high above the trees, glowing silver through the mist. After wandering for hours, he arrived at a hidden lake unlike anything he had ever seen. The water shimmered like glass beneath the moonlight. A flock of elegant white swans floated silently across its surface, their feathers glowing softly in the night. Siegfried slowly lifted his bow, but before he could release the arrow, something impossible happened. The swans glided toward the shore and transformed into beautiful maidens dressed in white flowing gowns. At their center stood a young woman more beautiful than anyone Siegfried had ever seen. Her eyes were gentle and sorrowful, as though she carried endless sadness within her heart. "Who are you?" the prince whispered in amazement. The maiden lowered her head gracefully. "My name is Odette," said Odette softly. "I am queen of the swan maidens. By day we are cursed to live as swans. Only beneath the moon may we return to human form." She explained that a dark sorcerer named Baron Rothbart had cast the terrible spell upon them years ago. "Can the curse be broken?" asked the prince. Odette looked toward the silver water. "Only by a vow of true love freely given." The prince felt something awaken inside his heart. Before dawn arrived, Odette and the swan maidens returned to the lake, transforming once more into graceful white swans and disappearing into the mist. But Siegfried could not forget her. The next night, he returned to the hidden lake, and Odette was waiting. Under the moonlight, they walked beside the water, speaking for hours about dreams, loneliness, freedom, and hope. Siegfried told her stories of the kingdom beyond the forest. Odette spoke of years trapped beneath Rothbart's cruel curse. Night after night they met beside the lake. Slowly their hearts fell deeply in love. One evening, Odette looked into his eyes and said quietly, "If your love is true, then at the royal ball you must choose only me. Beware of Rothbart, for he will try to deceive you." Siegfried took her hands gently. "I swear before heaven and earth," he promised, "that my heart belongs only to you." Odette smiled for many years, but far away in the shadows, Rothbart was watching. The night of the royal ball finally arrived. The castle glittered brighter than ever before. Noble maidens from distant lands filled the grand hall in gowns of silk and velvet. Music echoed through the palace as dancers spun beneath crystal chandeliers. Yet Siegfried searched only for Odette. Then suddenly the great doors opened. a mysterious nobleman entered with a beautiful young woman beside him. Her face looked exactly like Odette's. Siegfried's heart leaped with joy. Believing the girl to be his beloved swan maiden, he stepped forward before the entire court. "My heart belongs to you," he declared. "Before all gathered here, I choose you as my bride." At that moment, thunder shook the palace. The mysterious nobleman burst into dark laughter and threw off his cloak, revealing himself as Baron Rothbart. Beside him stood not Odette, but his daughter Odile, magically disguised to look exactly like her. "You fool!" Rothbart roared. "You have sworn yourself to another. Odette now belongs to me forever." Horror filled Siegfried's heart. Realizing he had been tricked, he fled from the castle and raced desperately through the forest towards the lake. There, beneath the stormy sky, Odette stood waiting, with tears in her eyes. "You gave your vow to another," she whispered sadly. "No," Siegfried cried. "My heart never betrayed you. I was deceived, but my love remains true." Before another word could be spoken, the waters of the lake began to churn violently. Dark clouds swirled overhead. From the depths rose Rothbart himself, surrounded by dark magic and shadowy wings. "Odette belongs to me," the sorcerer thundered. "Not while I still breathe," Siegfried answered. A fierce battle began. Rothbart summoned storms, lightning, and waves that crashed against the shore. Shadows twisted through the air like monsters of smoke. But Siegfried fought bravely with all the strength in his heart. Beside him, Odette called upon the power of love itself. Golden light surrounded them both, growing brighter and brighter against the darkness. Finally, with one mighty strike, Siegfried shattered Rothbart's staff. The sorcerer screamed as his own dark magic consumed him. His shadow dissolved into the storm, and then he vanished forever. At once, the curse was broken. The swan maidens transformed back into human form beneath the rising dawn. Sunlight spread across the lake as feathers disappeared into sparkling light. Odette looked at Siegfried with tears of happiness. "You gave me my freedom," she whispered. Siegfried smiled softly. "No," he said, "it was our love that saved us both." Soon the entire kingdom celebrated the fall of Rothbart. Church bells rang across the land as Prince Siegfried and Princess Odette were married in a magnificent ceremony beside the silver lake where they had first met. The once cursed lake became a place of laughter, music, and joy. And the swan maidens, finally free, chose to remain near its peaceful waters forever. As for Siegfried and Odette, they ruled the kingdom with kindness and wisdom, their love becoming a legend told for generations. For true love, honest, brave, and unbroken, is stronger than darkness, stronger than fear, and stronger than any curse in the world.